let's get out of here. We can.
So you need to find beans.
Still need to find beans. Beans.
You still need to find beans.
Thing. Hang on, let's go. I can't. There we go.
I will tell you that the beans are found in the hedge maze.
Wonderful. That was definitely something I wanted to know. Right, I'm gonna get this photograph first. Hey you! What was that, mate?
Nothing.
Thanks again for your help. Wasn't a deal. No problem. How's the itching? More or less better. I mean, hygiene isn't what it is in this day and age, you know. Would you like a souvenir photograph? It's only 200 meat. Yeah, I'll take one. Okay then, smile. You got an item. Gunmanor photo. Wait a second, this is a photo of the house. Yep, an official Gunmanor souvenir photo. Why'd you take a picture of me then? Oh, that's just for our records. Okay. Okay, we have a photo.
You have a photo, but it's not the photo.
Well, where are the records kept?
Well, that'll be, I guess, in the library. Hey, what have you got? Ask for some info. Gunmanor rocks. This is gun. Okay, I don't. Yeah, right.
It's just backstory.
More backstory. Right. Shall we sort out this silencer then? Or silenter, I should say.
Silenter, yes.
Oh, box of old photos. Hang on. There we go.
There we go.
Right. Clean surprise. Can I look through them all some more? I can. Okay. Right. Okay. Make a silenter. We've made a silenter.
Huzzah.
Yay.
Okay. Nothing in there. Right, beans.
Musical fruit.
Ah, weird. This bush seems to be full of pinto and kidney beans. You didn't think those grew on bushes, but you especially didn't think they both grew on the same bush. Hey, these may make a decent chili.
There you go.
Oh. Oh, hello. There's somebody over here. Let's just use the herbicide. Get rid of these. There we go. Oi, you. Hello. Phew, thanks. You think a gal could sit and eat her lunch in their weird hedge maze without getting accosted by monsters? What is the world coming to? You said it. Is it safe to go? I should get back to work. What did you do here? I work in the visitor centre. I run the token smashing machine. We sell these little brass tokens stamped with the museum logo. You can either use them in the wishing well or run them through a machine that rolls them out flat and stamps the museum logo onto them. And that's my job. Okay. Stamps the museum logo onto them again. Yes, but they're longer after that. Huh? So do you think it's safe to leave yet? Yeah, I'm sure you're fine. Okay. Oh, can I go down there, please? Yes. Right, so to the library via the kitchen. Now for the final ingredients. A gun! No gun! Chili sand pistols, apparently. Okay, finally!
Billy Sin Pistols.
Sin pistols. Anyway, hey you! I found an old photo. Ah, marvellous. What a resemblance! Yes, pretty decent pic. Good thing light travels faster than bullets. Now my image will not be lost to the ravages of time. Merci beaucoup, my friend. He hangs the photo up in the window and disappears into nothingness. Auf Wiedersehen!
Cool. How many ghosts do we have left now?
Good question, let's ask her. Florence! 4 ghosts left on the premises, 2 left on the first floor, 1 left on the second, 1 on the third.
That would be the pantry and the chili.
Chili
so-
guy, yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's...
And then the librarian, and then the final ghost.
Right, okay. Well, first things... I'm guessing it's Mrs. Gunn.
Yeah, I was kind of guessing that as well.
Parlour... And cellar... We need to go up. I think, yes. Go up. Oh, no, there's a dining room ghost. Dining room
Dining
ghost,
room, yes.
Dining room as we're here. Hey, you! Ghost is pretending to cram his face with visible food. It's weird what people do for the sake of politeness. Talk to him. I'm back and I've got a bowl of 100% gun-free chili right here. Oh my gosh, thank you. Oh, so... Is something wrong? Well, see, I can only eat ghost food. So how... You need me to murder this chili for you? Not to put a too fine a point on it, but yes. Alright, I guess I'll find a humane way to do that.
Why humane?
Can I shoot the chili? No, stay here. What I want is... Inventory.
So...
Where's my repurposed cult dagger? I'm putting that on this the billiards queue. There we go.
Okay. You do not fight the chili. Let's just say that.
Because it would be the hardest enemy in the game.
I'm gonna have to ask you something. Can you bring up your character stats? Because
stay here. Character stats.
character stats. Okay, right. So this is an interesting little deviation. Depending on what you were right at the beginning of the game, as in the prologue, way back then, you had a choice between 2 different perks, honourable or ruthless. Depending on what perk you
I
are,
am honourable.
you are honourable. Depends on what you do to the chili. So, because you're honourable, you have to find some way to honourably make the chili pass on to the next world. And this one was a tough one, but basically you need to go to the parlour room. You should be able to figure something out from there.
It's a sofa with some nice throw pillows on it. Smother the chili with a pillow. You sigh and do what has to be done.
I mean, it did.
I knew there had to be something in here.
Yeah.
Well...
So yeah, if you had the ruthless perk, you had to basically go and basically just throw it on the ground, and voila, you've got your ghost chili.
You hand Ghost the ghosty bowl of chili, and he immediately gobbles it up with a long, finally satisfied sigh. It dissipates. Happy trails, Bigfoot. Oh, this guy's exhausted. Kept demanding ghost food, but I don't really know how to cook. Except like nachos and popcorn, just the regular kind, not ghost nachos and popcorn. But he was really insistent. So I figured ghost food is probably invisible, right? So I just pretended and gave him empty plates. I guess it worked, even though that doesn't really make any sense. Anyway, thanks again. I work at the snack bar at the visitor centre, so I'll see you around there. Okay, see you later, I guess. Alright.
We're gonna have to go back and check out the confectionery and snacks at some point.
We may as well, as we're currently ground floor, so... Or first floor, I should say.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're in America, aren't we?
Right. Oh, hey, thanks for rescuing from the head maze, blah blah blah. Badass shotgun, a magical rifle, a cool pistol. I'm a badass shotgun on it.
Yeah.
This brass token has been flattened into a thin oval with the gunman logo on it. One's on the badass shotgun on the other. Item goes in your offset. Plus 10 muscle, plus 17 melee attack. Ooh, that's really good.
Indeed.
That's
The other tokens offer different perks as well.
sure. I'll be right back. Let me just. Magical rifle. Plus 10 mysticality, plus 17 weapon damage, and I'm guessing the other one's for Moxie then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would
Cool pistol.
assume so.
Gun. Yeah, plus 10 Moxie, plus 17 pistol damage. No thanks. That might. No, that's the map. Damn it, stay here. That might legitimately work out better for me than the sea skull I've currently got on. So we want that there. There you go. That's low. I've got muscle 83 now. Yikes.
Yeah.
Right. Snacks. Deep fried holster. Gunpowder turkey there, or gun-shaped cookie. Yeah, I'll just buy one of each just so I've got them in my inventory.
Yeah. Why not?
I don't want anything from you. No, I said I don't want anything from you. Candy. What was in the candy store? Fire-flavoured candy stick. Gunpowder-flavoured candy stick. Steel-flavoured candy stick.
Nom 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 nom.
So everyone's in here now.
Made from authentic iron brew, no doubt.
I mean, maybe. Everyone seems to be there.
Hmm. So you've got the pantry ghost who's looking for some legless pants.
Yeah, we need
Got
to
the
go
librarian.
up next floor. Where was the... Oh, it was the kids' one, wasn't it? Kids' bedroom.
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay, let's go out. Let's get rid of you. Hey, look, I invented this. Shh! How many times do I have to tell you? I invented this thing that makes guns really quiet. Oh, how marvellous. I can rest in peace knowing that libraries will now be safe from the noise of gunfire. It is only in an atmosphere of quiet that true joy dare live. Bertrand Russell. And with that, she disappears into nothingness. He isn't famous yet. Well, whatever. Okay. Back upstairs we go. What's the gallery? Okay. Kids' rooms. Plaid skirts. Where was he?
Pantry.
He was in the pantry. Oh, of course.
He was in the pantry. Yes. First floor by the kitchen.
Yeah. Cellar, parlour. Kitchen.
Kitchen.
Is in the kitchen. Okay. No, we can do with the lard? No. Hey you, come here, have this. Look, I understand that genderization of clothing maybe shouldn't be a thing, but I'm kind of old-fashioned. Did I say skirt? I meant kilt. What's a kilt? It's kind of a foreign legless pants for men. Here, try it.
Not entirely untrue.
The ghost tries on the kilt. Hey, that's really nice, thanks a lot. With his pants problem solved, he disappears into the ether. You gain 210 XP. Good luck. Right. Now what? Where do we go? We've got...
I believe you've got one ghost left.
Just
And
the
that's
one?
Just the one. I think if you speak to Florence, she should be able to confirm
Let's
that.
see. Talk to her. What's the buzz, Florence? She raised an eyebrow at you and glanced at one of her weird instruments. According to my weird instruments, there is only one ghost left on the premises, and it's on the, let's see, 3rd floor of the manor. Okay. Yes! It's Archibald and Florence, ma'am, the ghost hunters. Florence and Archibald. Whatever. I do feel significantly less haunted. Did you get rid of all the ghosts? We sure did, ma'am. Actually, my scanner says there's still one... Shh! Yes, ma'am, all the ghosts are accounted for. Oh, that's splendid. Come on in. Oh, yes, indeed, she's a ghost. Right, what's this over here? Oh, the sign in this case is break in case of attic. Well, attic opening stick. Just go straight here. Just immediately go. Right. Oh, hello. This dresser is now dressed as a ghost. Just boxes and covered up furniture back here. Boxes of old hats. They're old hats. Hey, who the heck are you? I'm Archibald Jukington, but since I'm not the guy who's apparently hiding out in Mrs. Gunn's attic, I feel that you ought to be the one answering that question. Who am I? Well, that's just friggin' typical. I'm Chet Bullet, damn it. I might have heard of that name before. Yes, you damn well should have. Mrs. Gunn's invention wouldn't have been nothing without mine. Wait, let me guess. You invented the bullet. Damn right I invented the bullet, but I was her assistant, so did I get any credit? Hell no. Sounds like you've got an axe to grind. Not for much longer. Oh, jeez. Yeah, looks like we found the bad guy. Okay, Chet. Go ahead and tell us the details of your whole nefarious plan. I don't care much for your tone. Why should I tell you anything? Well, I can just punch your face that it starts talking of its own accord. How about that? Well, it's too late for you to stop me anyway, so I suppose it wouldn't hurt to tell you. Certainly not as much as telling me would. When Mrs. Gunn dies, control of the company and patents passes to me. I'm no murderer, mind you. I'd like to keep my hands clean. But I figured there might be some other people who'd have a bone to pick with her, considering their manner of death. You summoned all those ghosts? That's right, all it took was some basic seance equipment wired up to the house's belfry for amplification. A snap for a mechanical genius like me. But seance gear summons ghosts related to the summoner. That's the whole point of a medium. A person who knows how to direct the summoning on somebody else's behalf. So you don't get to talk to your own grandma instead of the summoners. You don't seem like the medium type to me. More like a small. But that does explain something I've been wondering about. Oh? It didn't make any sense for all the ghosts here to be haunting Mrs. Gunn, because some of them weren't killed by guns. They were killed by bullets. Naturally, I anticipated there'd be a couple of those. That's why I rigged this room with an anti-ghost field, which I cleverly boosted so that ghosts couldn't even sense me up here. So your plan was to summon a bunch of angry ghosts who would initially be looking for you, but would haunt Mrs. Gunn instead when they couldn't find you. Correct! And once they've hauled her to death, gun industries will be all mine, 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 mine. Well, I hate to be the bearer of good news, but Mrs. Gunn is dead, so you pretty much wasted your time. What? Really? Ha ha! I'm rich. Now I just need to get out of here without all those ghosts spotting me. Yeah, the ghosts are gone too. Wonderful! The anti-ghost field is pretty effective, but it was starting to make the back of parts of my brain itch. He flips a switch on an electrical device and you suddenly become aware of the absence of an extremely low frequency hum right on the edge of your hearing. There's something else I want to ask you about. Ask away. What happened to Mrs. Gunn's family? Oh, them! They've been out of the picture for years. I heard a rumour Dan got killed by desperados and buried in a shallow grave out in the backside of nowhere. But of course I wouldn't actually know anything about that. Luckily for me, since I couldn't have inherited the company without him around, or their daughters. You son of a... Relax! The girls are fine. I'm not a monster. Pretty sure you're a monster. There's a weird little island kingdom somewhere on the other side of the ocean. Apparently it's stuck in some kind of bizarre temporal field that keeps nearly anyone from entering or leaving. Can't even find the place if you don't know how. I'll give you a clue. If you look up Kingdom of Loathing online, you might be doing good. Fortunately, I know a guy who knows how, so I gave the girls free tickets to Sleepaway Camp. Wasn't that nice of me? You're an absolute bastard. Oh, that hurts my feelings. Fortunately, I'm about to have a whole load of money to console myself with. Why, you... Hold on. We should talk to Mrs. Gunn first before you tear this arse a new hole. Huh? I thought you said she was dead. Depending on what she says, you might be too.
Dum dum dum.
So I'm not sure which characters they're referring to in Kingdom of Loathing. It might... I honestly don't know on that one.
It could just very well be just an offhand reference to KOL.
And the girls... knowing these guys, the girls would be one of the characters, like in the town or something like that. Oh, actually, that's a good point. Wasn't there a whole thing about the history and the photo or something?
Possibly. I think that's down in the Vista Centre, but I think we did that last time.
Anyway, Mrs. Gunn. Let's go see Mrs. Gunn.
Yes, Mrs. Gunn first.
Also, the rest, actually. All these books are about gun parts, such as bolt plungers, side plates, and electrolytic capacitors. Also, screw your lamp. You take a long, hard look at yourself in the mirror and think about the things you've done. A lot of those things are pretty cool. You gain 24 XP.
Nice.
Also, screw your lamp. Hello, Mrs. Gunn. Hello, Archibald, was it? Thank you so much for getting rid of those ghosts for me. Yeah, about that. Turns out there's one left. Oh dear. Well, I need to take care of it before I pay you. Mrs. Gunn, I have some bad news for you. I can't read the text without these on. Where is it? Okay. I'm leaving no, although technically it was just, no, it was just a Ghostbusters reference, and then I went and played Busted earlier in the loadout. But we are dealing with ghosts, so you know.
It's on brand.
So technically yes, but it was more for original Ray Parker Jr. Ghostbusters. Well, I'll be. When did that... Sorry. Missing up some bad news for you. Oh, what's that? It's you. You're a ghost, ma'am. Well, I'll be. When did that happen, I wonder? My condolences. Why, thank you. You're very kind. You know, this does explain some things. Like what? Well, I haven't had any appetite for months. Nearly a year. In fact, they keep sending food up from the kitchen and the dumb waiter. I've just been dropping it out the window and sending the empty plates back so the chef won't have her feelings hurt. So that explains that pile of garbage out in the back garden. there's also the fact that you're, well, translucent. Yes, I thought it was just cataracts. Mrs. Gunn, this prompts a question, you know. Oh, what's that? Why are you a ghost? Well, I'm sure I don't know. You're the expert. Perhaps you can tell me. Actually, I'm the expert? Do you have some kind of unfinished business, something that's tying you to this place? Well, now that you mention it, yes, I suppose I do. Do you mind telling me about it? My entire family disappeared a few years ago. My husband and 3 daughters. Oh no, we got to don't tell them. We got to tell her everything's happened. Oh geez, I saw their rooms, but I didn't know they were actually missing. I assumed they were just out of town or something. The sheriff suspects they've been kidnapped for ransom, but no one's ever made any demands. They just vanished. I never find out what happened. I always thought they were taken away by ghosts. Why do you think that? I've always felt guilty about how many people have been killed by my invention. The belt buckle? The gun! Oh, right. I used to worry that their ghosts would come back to haunt me. When I built this house, I had an electrical anti-ghost field installed in the walls of this room, so they couldn't get in. No way. Awesome. Well, it doesn't affect you. Well, I'm sure it would if I was attempting to walk through the wall, but it never really occurred to me to try. After Dan and the girls disappeared, I became so sure that ghosts had gotten them, I locked myself in here, after donating the rest of the house to the Historical Society so there'd be someone to look after the place. Now I feel rather silly about the whole thing. Silly? I mean, ghosts do exist, obviously. Well, yes, but I'm a ghost myself. I can sense the presence of other ghosts. And I only just arrived in this house yesterday or the day before. That was when I called for an exterminator. You know, I didn't even question how I knew they were here. But I don't think there have been any ghosts here before then. Why did they all show up yesterday, considering that we already know? I couldn't say. They all seemed very angry and confused. But since they couldn't get in here, they gave up and just started wandering around the house. They gave up quite easily, actually. Maybe because you're already a ghost yourself. I haven't seen many people playing the DLC. No, but we've been waiting for to play this for a while. We played the main game years back now. Amnesia, no. Amnesia, sorry. Okay. Well, Mrs. Gunn, what are we going to do with you? What do you mean? You did contact me to get rid of the ghosts, ma'am. You're the 13th. Oh, yes, obviously. I could simply renegotiate the number with you. But perhaps you should go ahead and exercise me or whatever it is you do. I'd rather find a more peaceful solution. A peaceful solution? What do you mean? Well, we could also release you from your ghostitude by solving the problem that's keeping you here. In your case, I guess that means finding out what happened to your family. Oh, well, I'd be very grateful if you could. I assume they're dead, and to be honest, I think I've gotten used to that fact. But I surely would like to know what actually happened. All right, I'll see what I can do. So anyway, turns out I already knew. I've got some good news and some bad news. Go on, I'm ready. Chet Bullitt had your husband killed and your daughters kidnapped. So he'd be the sole inheritor of your company when you died. He's also the reason all the ghosts were here. That son of a... I should have suspected something when he suddenly started being so ingratiating back then. And when he wrote off desperados on his expense account. I'd write him out of my will, but I suppose it's too late. That's rather galling. What's the good news? Well... he says your daughters are safe. They're just on a magical island somewhere that no one can get to. That's not exactly comforting, but at this point I'll take it. Plainly, if he'd wanted to kill them, he'd have just done so. Wait, you spoke to him personally? Yeah. He didn't know how you were already dead, so he's been hiding in your attic for the last couple of days, waiting for the ghost to kill you. What do you want me to do with him? I'll leave it up to you. I'm not in a state to make any reasoned judgment. In any case, you've answered my question, and I can feel myself moving on already. Thank you for all your help. With a sad wave, Mrs. Gunn fades from view, and almost as an afterthought, the lock on her desk drawer pops open. Inside, you find a check written out to Cunningham Ghost Annihilation Services, which flows snags with a ka-ching and a blueprint. Got an item, Mrs. Gunn's blueprint.
Alrighty. So
sounds like something we should make.
Well, there's one last thing you can do first. If you go up to the attic
And kill the bastard.
Well, you probably not, but you can mess with the anti-ghost gravity field that's in the attic.
Well, let's go up there anyway.
So it's just the left of Chet.
Oh, there it. Because that just looks like a wall.
Yeah.
That's annoying. Hey, it's a box of sciencey stuff. Hey, Flo, do you want to have some science junk? Hey, look at this. It's one of the new Eldritch vacuum batteries Magi Mech Tech is making. I don't think they're available in this region yet. Florence shoves one of the science dookies you gave her into a weird backpack. Her gun damage has been increased and she's got a new skill called Beta Blast. Hold there a second, mate. Let's ring the bells. Oh, set the dials. I don't know.
Almost. The one thing that's been common throughout the entire DLC.
I'm trying to find Boo, but okay.
What?
That's clear
Yeah.
times.
Well, you can try and check to see.
Oh, there is there. God, why is there an O? Oh, hello. As the eerie sound of the bells fades away, ethereal outlines begin to appear around you and resolve one at a time into familiar spirits. Monsieur Ladeste, and then the lady who was running the Boo and Breakfast, and the librarian. And you really didn't get to know very many of their names. Maybe you should be better about introducing yourselves to people. Anyway, you seem surrounded by a small crowd of ghosts, with Mrs. Gunn being the last to arrive. This is the bell tower in my house. Archibald, what's happened? Yeah, nice to see you again, but what's up, counsellor? I suppose you're all wondering why I've summoned you here today. I did just ask you that, yes. Well, I've come in some information I think you all might be interested in. Welcome to the accusing attic. This won't take long. We'll not need to get back to the afterlife. What's the hurry? They've got an all-you-can-eat buffet with every kind of meat in nugget form. Oh my gosh, you will holster your pistol and slowly put it against your temple. Can't get in that way, you dummy. Rats, you put the gun away again. Anyway, let me explain. Felicity, how did you feel when you got here? Originally, I mean. Well, I remember I was being very angry. I wanted revenge for my death. But the feeling went away pretty quickly, and I couldn't remember why I'd felt like that. I'm not the vengeful type. It doesn't even really make sense in your case. Yes, exactly. I never bore any ill will to the prosecutor that shot me. Was it basically the same for the rest of you? Please say yes. I don't want to go for everybody. Yes, turns out. Even the poor small... Oh, even the little girl. Oh. Well, listen up, Sparky. Here's the deal. You were all summoned here for the explicit purpose of taking revenge on Mrs. Gunn here. Attendez, I was not killed by the gun? I wasn't either. Yes, some of you weren't. The summoning happened based on your connection to the summoner himself, Chet Bullets, the inventor of the bullets. The guy who's over here, and he can hear every word I'm saying, and somehow hasn't done anything yet. But he was hiding with anti-ghost technology and assumed that enough of your deaths would be gun-related and he'd turn your attention to Mrs. Gunn instead. Well, that's just dirty pool, and I should know considering I got shot for playing dirty pool. The thing is, he didn't know that Mrs. Gunn was already a ghost, so with nobody to take revenge on, you just reverted to your regular state of mind. Huh. Well, I appreciate the info, but is it really necessary to call us all back just to tell us that? What I really wanted to tell you is that Chet Bullitt has turned off his anti-ghost field. He's over there at the other end of the attic. Now, I'm not going to make any noise about how he's ultimately responsible for your deaths, because that would be both crazy and also belittle the actual circumstances of your deaths. But Chet Bullitt murdered Mrs. Gunn's husband, kidnapped her daughters, and attempted to use you all to kill Mrs. Gunn herself. So, if you're all interested in a little frontier justice, 13 is a pretty good number for a posse. The ghosts all turn to look at each other, and their eyes begin to glow red. The hunter is the first to leave the circle, closely followed by the poacher. Soon they've all left except for Felicity Wainwright and Mrs. Gunn. Mrs. Gunn looks hesitant for a moment, then seems to make up her mind. She gives you a stern nod, then follows the others. You turn away, and soon hear a man screaming, but the sound quickly decreases in volume, as though he were being pulled a great distance away, and then it's gone entirely. I figured you wouldn't be into it, Felicity. Yeah, despite everything, I still believe in the rule of law. Didn't see you trying to stop them, though. Nope. No, you certainly didn't. Well, I won't keep you any longer. Happy trails, Counsellor. You too, Counsellor. Badge looks good on you. She fades away with a wink. All's well that ends well. Well, thank you. Well, that's it. You reckon that your careful recon of the situation has brought some true reckoning to Gun Manor. Congratulations on getting the best ending. Feel free to wander around the grounds and enjoy the scenery, maybe wrap up some loose ends, but otherwise you're pretty much done here. Thanks for playing The Reckoning at Gun Manor.